Ever since we heard that Avatar Kyoshi's getting a movie, everyone's paying attention to the Earth Kingdom. Many of the most popular characters live there. We love the people of the Earth Kingdom because they're different and strong. But which Earth Kingdom residents are considered the best, and what makes them stand out from the rest? In this video, we'll discuss the best Earth Nation characters in the Avatar franchise. First off, Jin. Jin is a side character in the show. In Ba Sing Se, she's introduced as a refugee whose parents moved to the city with her, like most people in the lower ring. They had a hard life but were strong and could take care of their family. She had a crush on Zuko, who she called Lee, and went on a short date with him. Jin only appeared in a few small scenes over the course of the series, but that didn't stop her from winning us over. Jin was back at Paul's tea shop after Princess Azula's successful coup of Ba Sing Se. She watched in horror as Fire Nation soldiers flooded the streets of Ba Sing Se and completely took over the city. Still, she was a strong-willed person who pushed her ideas and goals through acts of kindness, even though she had been through hard times. Jin was a kind, hopeless romantic who helped Zuko see things from the point of view of the people of the Earth Kingdom. Up next, Bumi. Bumi was Avatar Aang's childhood friend. When they got older, he became the old king of Omashu. When Aang was found to be the Avatar again, we discovered that Bumi was still alive and had the same fun, weird personality that Aang had known when they were both kids. Even though Bumi looked old, he was a smart and patient tactician who was willing to wait until the right time to strike to get the best results. He was just as calm at the quiet meal as he was when his city was under attack, and he rarely explained what he was doing, which made his subordinates angry. By the time Bumi shows up in the recent story, he's known as a master at earthbending, and he says he's the strongest earthbender anyone's ever seen. He showed us that he was a good tactician by showing how powerful he was in his earthbending battles. His fight with Aang was one of the best earthbending battles in the entire franchise, followed by Lin Beifong. Lin Beifong shows up in The Legend of Korra. She's Toph Beifong's oldest daughter and Suyin Beifong's half-sister. Lin's a powerful character in charge of the Republic City Police Department as chief of police. She was very brave, loyal, and committed throughout The Legend of Korra, even though she seemed a little cold at first to other characters. Lin's a fierce fighter who's skilled at both earthbending and metalbending. She has shown more than once that she's willing to die for what she thinks is right. Lin's one of the most determined and strong characters in the story. The Avatar brought peace back to the world because she believed in Korra and looked out for her. Moving on to Jet. Jet's a minor character who shows up a few times in Avatar The Last Airbender that are important. He's a boy from the Earth Kingdom who lost his parents and is now in charge of a group of refugee kids called the Freedom Fighters. Jet was shown to be very smart, charming, and loyal to his people. He was such a well-liked character that we thought he was just as good as the main Avatar The Last Airbender cast. When Jet first met Aang and his friends, he focused on getting revenge against the Fire Nation, but after he got to know Aang and his friends, he changed his mind. After the Freedom Fighters broke up, Jet, Longshot, and Smellerbee moved to Ba Sing Se to start a new life. Unfortunately, these plans were cut short when Longfeng killed him in battle by doing something brave. Those who loved Jet's character were shocked and saddened by this, and his sacrifice has only made us love him more. Next, Suyin Beifong. Suyin Beifong's Toph's youngest daughter and Lin's younger half-sister. Suyin's a strong metal bender known for starting and running the Metal Clan's home in the city of Zaofu. Her personality's the exact opposite of Lin's. She's carefree, creative, and known for saying what she thinks and feels in a happy, open way. Suyin's also a good tactician who can plan battle strategies and find the best places to attack. She showed this when she and her metal-bending friends tried to save Korra from the Red Lotus. Even though she had a hard time with her family and used to cause trouble in the city, Suyin has grown up very supportive and loyal. Suyin's a very caring and loving character who'd do almost anything to ensure her allies were safe. We liked learning about her past and were happy to see how she and Lin got back together throughout the story. Not to mention Kuvira. Kuvira's a significant villain in Korra, and she's become known as one of the best bad guys in the whole Avatar The Last Airbender franchise. She used to be a member of the Metal Clan, then she rose to power and led the Earth Kingdom's army and government. Kuvira was a fascinating bad guy to watch, because she wanted to unite the Earth Kingdom under the rule to make a peaceful Earth Empire. She planned to do this by buying loyalty with brutal military force. She didn't always have bad intentions like the other villains in the franchise, but she was very mean to people who disagreed with what she did. Even so, Kuvira was a very important character who gave Korra a lot of problems to solve and gave The Legend of Korra some of its best conflicts. Let's learn more about Suki. Suki's an important supporting character in many many of Avatar The Last Airbender's stories. She's the respected leader of the Kyoshi warriors and comes from the Earth Kingdom's Kyoshi Island. Once she makes friends with the gang, she becomes a very important ally to them. Suki showed that she was a brave and loyal leader who was also very good at fighting with her war fans, martial arts, and katana. People who love the Avatar The Last Airbender franchise often say that Suki's one of the most underappreciated characters because she's strong and fun to watch. They like her dry sense of humor and caring personality. Coming up, Yoon. Yoon was a character in all of the Avatar side stories, and he's an essential part of the backstory of Avatar Kyoshi. He was a close friend of Kyoshi and Rangi, and a strong student of the Jianzu who could bend the earth. He was also known to have many earthbending skills and rare abilities that he honed, like the ability to melt stone without using heat or seismic sense. Before Kyoshi's identity was discovered, Yoon was thought to be the next Earth Avatar because he was known to be friendly, charismatic, and skilled. Yoon had a hard time accepting that he wasn't the Avatar, so he went on a quest for revenge to kill all bending masters and people he thought he was. He caused a lot of damage until a heartbroken Kyoshi had to kill him. Yoon was a complicated bad guy who was a big part of what made Kyoshi the Avatar she was. Still, many of us feel sorry for him anyway. Next, Toph. Anyone who loves Avatar knows Toph is an essential member of the gang who taught Aang how to do earthbending. Toph's a bender with a lot of skill and power, and she can use her seismic sense in the battle to make up for the fact that she can't see. She's a master of earthbending and is the one who came up with and developed metal bending. The earthbender was also brave, intelligent, and funny. After Republic City was made, she became its first chief of police. To help keep things in order, she created the metal bending police force and had 2 daughters with 2 different men. She eventually left the foggy swamp to travel the world for enlightenment. We loved her sarcastic sense of humor. That's why Toph Beifong's one of the most popular characters in the series. That's why many of us were happy to see her return as an old woman in The Legend of Korra to help and train Avatar Korra for a short time. Finally, Kyoshi. Avatar Kyoshi is a minor character who appears in both Avatar The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra. She's a spirit of a past Avatar who helps Aang and Korra on their journeys. Kyoshi was one of the most exciting and powerful avatars in the series. She tried to keep the peace and made Kyoshi Island and the Kyoshi warriors. Avatar Kyoshi is a fan favorite because of the Avatar side stories that tell us more about her past and show her very hard journey. Kyoshi's story is very interesting and full of friendship, betrayal, and growing up. We love Kyoshi so much that she keeps showing up in new Avatar content and even gets her animated feature film. And on that note, that's a wrap for this video. Which of these characters is your personal favorite? Is there anyone we missed out on? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.